All right, I do want to mention that Ms. Vega will be answering questions in the chat if you do have any questions throughout this presentation. And then we will have a short Q&A question and answer session towards at the end of the session if you would like to have your questions answered by one of our counselors. So again, welcome new Foothill Technology High School students. We're excited that you've made the choice to come to our campus, and we look forward to sharing with you a little bit about our campus and the registration process for your classes for your 9th grade year. I know that seems super early and that you haven't even made it through half of your 8th grade year, but we are already getting started for the 9th grade year. So we appreciate you working with us and letting us know more about you and the classes that you'd like to take after this presentation tonight. So we do have Mr. Gibbs on board. He is our principal, and he would just like to give you a short welcome. So Mr. Gibbs, if you're there, please unmute yourself and introduce yourself.
Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Russell Gibbs. I'm principal here at Foothill Tech, and I just want to say welcome to the Dragon's Lair. I'm very happy to have you, and thank you for choosing Foothill for the next 4 years for your child's education. It really means a lot. So I'm thrilled you get to meet the dynamic and wonderful counseling team here at Foothill. They'll guide you on how to get all set up for the start of next year, and we're just really looking forward to spending next 4 years together. Any questions in the meantime, you're part of the family. So our emails and phone numbers are on the website, so don't be afraid to reach out with whatever you need. But welcome, everyone. Thanks for taking time out tonight.
Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Gibbs, for joining us tonight. So here's just a brief agenda on the topics that we're going to cover tonight. That includes just some introductions about our counseling team, the counselor's role at the high school. In addition, we'll talk a little bit about registration and the typical Foothill schedule and the required classes throughout high school. We'll also talk about math placement, English, and also placement in Spanish. We'll touch upon summer school and athletics and independent study PE, and then also what are our next steps after tonight. All right, so our counseling team includes we'll let you introduce yourself. So Mr. Boyd.
Hi, I'm Steve Boyd. I'm one of the counselors, and I'm the first part of the alphabet, A through G, R.
And I'm Ms. Napora, and I work with students G, U through O.
And I am Mrs. Vega, and I am in the with students, sorry, with the last name P through C, last part of the alphabet.
Awesome. In addition, we have extra support on our campus. Mr. Jordan is one of our student support counselors. So he works with students through various challenges that they might come across throughout their high school years relating to the social, emotional issues. In addition, we have Ms. Fergus. She supports our media center and college and career coordinator too. She helps with everything from making sure that students have a working Chromebook in their classroom to helping students find scholarships their senior year. In addition, our boss is Mr. Davis, and he is our assistant principal that oversees the counseling office. Mr. Davis, if you are here, would you mind introducing yourself? Okay, time out.
Wow, what is that?
All right, he doesn't sound like that person. But thank you, Mr. Davis. Maybe we'll catch up later on, or I appreciate you being here and support.
Ms. Napora?
Yes.
Ms. Napora, can I just really quick, one more time, I need to make my announcement in Spanish, if that's okay?
Definitely, go ahead. Thank you.
Ok, buenas noches. Las personas que necesiten la presentación en español, en su pantalla abajo hay un globo con la palabra interpretation. Y por favor pueden oprimir el globo para que la señora María Castañano la puedan escuchar entonces. Gracias. Thank you, Ms. Napora.
Gracias. All right, in addition, for those of you that are just joining us, this presentation is being recorded and will be posted on our website, so our feelings will not be hurt if you choose to turn off your video at this time. Also, you can throw your questions in the chat, and we will have a short Q&A session towards the end where counselors will be able to answer individual questions as needed. All right, so briefly, the high school counselor's role, we help students in their social, emotional, college and career, and academic needs. And this may include providing lessons in the classroom on self-discovery, looking at your personality and your traits to try to find a matching career for post-high school planning. We also monitor progress as far as graduation and college entrance requirements. And make course recommendations. And then we also assist with just problem solving in everyday life. So those are just a few of the things that we do in our counseling offices to help support our students on campus. So we're not expecting you to memorize this, but students, as they progress through high school, will have this memorized eventually. But as we progress, or as we monitor students' progress throughout high school, we monitor their graduation requirements, which includes 230 credits completed by the time they graduate, in addition to how they're progressing on college admission requirements, also referred to as UC Cal State A through G requirements. We will make sure each year that we have students in the proper grade level classes, in addition to consulting them about making sure that they are selecting the right classes to meet their graduation requirements, and also college admissions requirements too. So the only, I guess there are a couple differences, you don't need to know them all, but as the one question we get all the time, or clarification that we need, is the 2 years of the world language is required for college admissions, but not necessarily for graduation requirements. Okay. A typical 9th grade schedule includes 7 classes. This doesn't mean that the student is on our campus until 4 o'clock. It's just a regular time spent in school, as would a Buena High School or Ventura High School student, but we do have 7 classes that are included in that school day. So the classes include English 9, a science class as well, math, college and career seminar via computer literacy. We call that class C3. Also, our students take health, and then that's paired up with global health the second semester. In addition, they take the required physical education class, and then they can choose from one elective, and that may be Spanish or a different elective that we have to choose from, like, for example, Intro to Art or Digital Photography. So we're going to make a Google form available to you during this presentation and also in a follow-up email tomorrow that gives your student the opportunity to select the courses that they will be taking for next year. I do want to mention that next year there will be a slight change to everyone's schedule across the board in California. Our governor passed a mandate that all high schools will start at 8:30 instead of 8, which means that instead of ending the typical day at 3 o'clock, it will end at 3:30. So 8:30 to 3:30 is going to be the typical high school California school day. All right, so as far as course placement goes, English placement is going to be based on the district list that includes teacher recommendations from the middle school, test scores from those district tests, as well as grades. So we do get a list provided to us from the district, and that will determine placement in English 9, college prep, or English honors. If you are out of the district, we understand that we don't have that data. So we will provide you with more information in the future as far as how you can opt into the honors classes if you feel that your student is best fit in an honors class. As far as math placement goes, the same thing. We place this, the majority of our students in Math 1, but we do go off that district list based on teacher recommendation and test scores, etc. If your student is willing to take and has the desire to take Spanish as their elective, if they have successful completion of Spanish 1 in the 8th grade, that will allow them to select Spanish 2 as their elective. In addition, we are going to offer Spanish to native speakers for those families who possibly speak Spanish at home or whose first language was Spanish. All right, Mr. Boyd.
Well, thank you very much. So again, I'm Steve Boyd, one of the counselors of the school, and I'm the old guy. I've been around since the school started, yay me. And both my kids graduated from Foothill High School as well. So worked there and as a parent and everything else. So why C3 at Foothill, the college and career? That's the class where we really have contact with our 9th grade graders. They learn about the computer system. They learn about what it's like to be at a computerized high school, turn things in digitally. It does fulfill the 1-year applied arts requirement. And because this class fulfills it, we don't have a whole lot of the courses that can. So the Tech Lit class is a true Foothill experience. We encourage all our students to take it during the school year and not, I repeat, not during summer school. That is a big change from Buenaventura. They say if you take health in summer school, you have to take college and career, but not at Foothill. We encourage you to stay and be one of our Foothill angel potatoes, is what Ms. Pelfrey calls them, and actually take the class with us at Foothill. Next slide, please. Summer school. So it's January. Summer school, I think after spring break in April is when we'll come out. Summer school isn't required for students at Foothill, and for the most part, we have 7 periods a day compared to Buena's 6-period day schedule, so you can work everything up. If you choose to go to summer school, the recommendation is take health and only health. This will allow you 2 elective classes at Foothill Technology for grade 9. If you take both health and college and career in summer school, which you have the right to do, not recommended, but you have the right to do that. You may end up, as we have this year, only having 6 classes at Foothill, not 7. So I have students that took both the college and career and health in summer school. I didn't recommend it, that's what they did. And they don't have a 5th period class, for example, at Foothill. They sit in the quad for that 90-minute period and wait for the next class to start. We just don't have the electives to give you if you do take both in summer school. So again, it's not recommended. All summer school information will come from the middle school counselor, and they'll sign up, the students will sign up with the middle school counselor. And again, the recommendation, if you want to go, you will take health in summer school. Next slide, please. PE. So when you do complete the Google form to select your classes for PE, you have basically 2 choices, PE or dance. That's it, nothing else. Independent studies is not really a 9th grade class, but we do have some 9th graders in there. That's on a case-by-case type of thing. And there is a link there for the district guidelines for independent studies PE. If students are interested in athletics, complete the athletic interest form that's available. You'll probably be part of a summer workout program. We'll talk about when tryouts are and things like that. And before school starts in August, the counselors will receive an email from the athletic department saying who's on what sports team, and we will change you from your PE class to the appropriate sports team, which is going to be 7th grade at Foothill, before school ever starts. So again, it's very important if you are interested in athletics to complete the sports interest form, do the summer workout program, and just get involved before school even starts. So when the school year starts, we can have you in that sports class and you'll be fine. Mr. Pora?
All right, thank you, Mr. Boyd. So what are some of the next steps after this presentation? Right now, Ms. Vega did put something in the chat that includes the Google form. We would like you to fill out the Google form by January 24th, indicating which class electives you would like to take and which PE you would like to take. Remember, the other classes are determined by district course placement, or if you are from out of district, we will provide you more information on if you wanted to take honors, how to go through that process in a follow-up email. In March, families will receive a list of the courses that were selected by your student, and it will say this is what we have in store for your student in the fall. It's called the reverse verification process. And then if you feel like your student has been placed in college prep English or math and you would like them to be placed in honors, for those especially from out of the district, there will be a waiver available for students to have that option to be placed in those honors classes. In August, you will receive a summer mailer to include all orientation dates for new freshmen, which will include an opportunity for you to come on campus, meet some of our upperclassmen as well as some of our staff, and have some game building activities included. Also, you will have the opportunity to purchase spirit gear, get a schedule, and purchase an agenda and do other things like turn in your important district forms and get all of that stuff done before the first day of school. The first day of school is August 24th, and we will provide you with a copy of this presentation with these links, but on our district website, we do have the 22-23 calendar posted, and so you can look at that for all the information you need to know about school dates for next year. So we will be on board for questions if you have any. If you have any specific questions that haven't been addressed in this registration presentation, we would encourage you to reach out to your student's school counselor, depending on the last name. So again, Mr. Boyd is for students A through GR. You can reach him at email, all of us at email. And then also myself is GU through O, and Miss Vega is for last name students with the last names P through Z. In addition, we'll have all this information on our school website. And then we will follow up with an email tomorrow to all of our incoming 9th grade families to include a copy of this recorded presentation, links to this presentation as well, the Google form, and all information that you would need to be able to complete the registration process. All right, so we thank you so much for joining us. Again, if you have specific questions that you would like to address to our counselors, Ms. Vega and Ms. Boyd, Mr. Boyd, please stay on the line for Q&A session. Any questions that we need to address in the chat right now?
I
Nope.
was just
Okay.
going to introduce myself. I'm Yvette Alvaran, and this is Isabella. Isabella.
All right, so we're going to stop the recording. Nice to meet you. we're going to stop the recording. And then if you have any questions and want to stay on, feel free to do so. But otherwise, we look forward to interacting with you soon and getting your schedule squared away, and then eventually meeting you in August. Take care.
Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Really different for